everybody. I am so excited about our sponsor for this month, the Experience Live with Russ and Scott. It's the Gillot Home Team and Laura Gillot. How are you doing, Laura?
I'm doing wonderful.
That is so awesome. You know, the Gillot Home Team is doing so much in real estate. Give us a snapshot of what you're up to.
Awesome. Well, last year we were able to help 551 families either buy or sell real estate. We love our community. We love our clients. Our mission is to deliver the keys to home ownership through stellar customer service, integrity, and joy. And we're looking to help even more folks this year.
That is so awesome. You know, if you want a team that is there for you, is the Gillot Home Team and Laura Gillot. And thanks so much, Laura, for your sponsorship.
Hey!
Ta-da! It is so good to be here. It's Wednesday morning. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It is the Experience Live with Russ and Scott. We had a couple things we had to work out this morning, and some of us are remote, but I think we're all good. How's it going, Scott?
Hey, man, it is great. I still, every time I see that video with Laura, I love that sign, go the extra mile. It's never crowded. What a great thing to start your day with as a thought.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. You know, I mean, she is definitely a wonderful, fabulous person to start with and is so huge in helping her community. And, you know, that's really, you know, a lot of what we're all about through connection and through all that we do is helping others out. And she is definitely one of those kind of people. So,
Yep.
Well, listen, anything new going on in your world, Scott? Do you want to tell us about before we jump right into the show?
Well, I'm fortunate, proud to be on the Tim and Jim show this afternoon, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, broadcast everywhere, right? Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. You'll be able to find it. And then next week and the following week, it's Podfest. So I'll be speaking at Podfest Global. You can go to podfestglobal.online. And we are officially trying for a Guinness World Record for the largest number of virtual attendees at a podcasting event.
That's incredible. Well, I'm sure you'll see me attending to see you, but definitely super excited about the Tim and Jim show. I am really shocked. I think I'm going to wear it as a badge of honor that I actually beat you on the Tim and Jim show. It's unusual that I've done something before you have. So that's
well, we're both going to be recording. Hopefully, I know I'm recording next week with Greg Rice at the Art of Communication podcast.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So again, we'll be talking about business networking, something that you are excellent at.
Yeah, well, thank you. You know, I want to tell everybody, speaking of networking, we love to see you here with us this morning and see you in the chat. Like we have Margie Hennessy in the house.
Ooh, all right, Margie.
Yes. So we want to say hi to you this morning. So we are so excited. Don't forget to interact live. And if you're watching it live, you can put hashtag live. If you're watching on replay, you can put hashtag replay. We're going to jump right in, though, and bring in our good friend, Mr. Chris Stone, master of, what are you master of?
I don't know. I was waiting for you to end that sentence because I was like, it'd be good to know what I'm a master of. It could be virtually anything. I'm not a master of my lighting, which happened to just turn off as soon as I said that. Apparently, it's voice activated.
He's got all those bass guitars on the back, and what's that? Is that a gold record?
Those are not. It's not. This is not a green screen. Those are real. I could pick them up and play. Hey, Scott, let's jam, man.
Let's do it, man.
I see some nice bass guitars back there. We'll do like a dual bass jam. It'll be like half of Spinal Tap.
That's right.
Russ, you a big Spinal Tap fan?
Oh, I love Spinal Tap. Love all kinds of music. Yeah, what we'll do is
it's all about the bass.
Yes. That's right, man. If you could, I mean, you need 4 strings. Some of them have 12, but
that's it. Well, we can bring in David, who's going to be with us soon. He could play. I'll jump my son in. I'll play keys. We'll do a little singing.
Look at this.
Band, just like that.
Improv jam
together. It's the band.
Man, this show gets better every second, man.
There you go.
Tim and Jim show, who needs them? We got this show. No, I'm kidding. I'm glad that you're on their show. They're a blast. Obviously, great friends. We're in a great circle of friends with with the Tim and Jim show. Obviously, my buddy Jim Fuse, we partner up on a number of different things. But their show is just, I mean, they've done I think 120 episodes or something like that, and they celebrated their 100th episode not too long ago. So Scott, you'll have a great time. So this is your first time on the Tim and Jim show?
Yeah, this is going to be my first time there. And I'll put a plug in for the other thing that's coming up, and that is the virtual global tea break. I got my tea break mug. We are celebrating our 1-year anniversary.
Awesome.
On Friday, 3 p.m. GMT.
And we have it scrolling across the bottom, virtual tea break. So you guys can see that. And definitely, yes. Sorry, Scott.
All right.
I'm going to scroll with it.
Chris is our spokesmodel.
I'm scrolling with it. Not every guest would do that for you guys. Not every guest would scroll with the ticker. That's what I try to bring to this show to make it an experience, is to scroll with tickers.
You definitely make life an experience. When Chris and I first met, it was with Jim on the show on what is it? What's the show again? No.
Dealcasters Live on Amazon.
There you go. And that was
because we promoted this thing. I don't know if you guys know about this book. It's called Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose. But we had this guy named Russ Hedge, who's an inspiration specialist on Dealcasters Live on Amazon, and you crushed it, Russ. You know what? That show and other shows like it, where we have somebody like yourself who is really an interesting person, an author, coach, trainer, all of those things that you are. We've had other people on, and your show, it had really good amount of views when we did it, and some good activity and whatnot. But the replays were, off the charts, and on Amazon Live, and a lot of people, if anybody wants to ask about Amazon Live, Jim and I can we kind of can peel back the curtain and show you how that works. But most of the views are live. The replay views really, because it's not like YouTube where you can build a channel, you can do all kinds of stuff and whatnot. You really have to work to get replays on Amazon. So it's mostly live views. But your show, Russ, replays off the charts, man. So hopefully, Chris, people are living the life they choose.
We do want to hear what's going on in your world, because I'll tell you what, anyone that, broadcast, here we are broadcast. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, whatever, right? But Amazon, man, I'm going to tell you, this is that's very exotic.
Yeah, exotic. That's the first time someone said that Amazon Live was exotic, but I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I will say it's, when you say you're on a show and you're doing something on Amazon and you have a live show on Amazon, everybody's like, what? Amazon has live streaming. And so they've actually been live streaming for 3 years on that platform. They've only really just opened it up to influencers probably just over a year ago. So Jim and I jumped in and started ugly. That's the thing. We got approved as influencers and developed a show. And
so have you written a book on how to broadcast on Amazon? Because I noticed I've already seen my first book on Clubhouse.
Oh, geez.
Somebody's already written a book on Clubhouse. So
writing a book is something like, no one can be the author that Russ Hedge is, right, Scott? And so, even though I think that's one of the things that I would love to be able to do. I feel like if you're going to write something about maybe a new platform or a new technology, by the time it's published, it could be sort of old news. And so you have to keep updating it. So if there was a way to publish a book, and I know there is, where you put it out there and it may be a hard copy or whatever, and you get a code where you can go and log in, and if there's anything updated, you can always sort of get refreshed on that. I think that's one of the things that we've thought about. I think right now for us, it's really about leaning in and learning everything. It changes by the minute. They move goalposts around.
Changing constantly.
Yeah, but it's right now it's ramping up. So if you're a content creator, we just Jim and I just spoke at a Christian podcasters clubhouse room about this, and there was a lot of questions like, well, hey, my show is about this. How can I get on Amazon? That feels like the home shopping network, or that feels like QVC. Well, that's not how Jim and I treat it. Russ, you were on the show. That's not how we roll. We want Russ has a book. It's available on Amazon. He's inspired by different things. Maybe, Scott, you could talk about the microphone that you use where you're, because your voice sounds like butter in my ears. and so,
and I do have 2 books on Amazon, including, there you go. And I put them both on Audible as well.
There you go.
That's smart.
Well, guys, I'm going to break in real quickly because speaking of exotic, speaking of Christians, and speaking of music, we have Coach David Verdew in the house also this morning.
Fresh off of world tour.
World tour. David, before you get rolling, I just want to remind everybody, we've been talking about Clubhouse. Directly after this at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have the Live with Russ and Scott after chat on Clubhouse.
Ooh, after party.
I actually added you to that. David, you can jump in because I couldn't find you on Clubhouse. But anyway, we have great discussion after. So anybody that's interested, jump on in. David, take it away.
Do I jump on like Clubhouse? Is that another social media platform?
Yes, it is. And it's you just download the app, you jump
audio
on.
Only.
I
will do it. You guys, I've been listening to you guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it, Chris. I know that you're super talented, and I can't wait to get to know you more. We talked a little bit about my time in the 90s when I got to hang out with Phil Kagi, Al Denson, and there was another guy who sang Fire and Ice, Darkness and Light, and never lived together. Yes.
One of the things about being in the music industry for as long as I've been, I can name virtually any regardless of genre. It's a sickness. Unfortunately, I can't.
I'm gonna test your sickness, Chris. There was a family. These guys were so. It was back then with that whole group, because we would go and do like. Great America parks, theme parks, when they used to have Christian Day, and so they would bring me in as the host, and so I pumped them up. So I got the families to get there. So nice. I wasn't necessarily the singing artist. But you were
the talent.
I was the crowd guy. I was bringing them in. So I worked also with the power. I was with the power team too. They called me.
The power team. Of course, the power team.
Yeah, and so they would have me come out and break sticks.
Love the power team.
So I remember the power team. Yeah, absolutely.
Remember them? Yeah.
Goodness.
They would blow up the water bottles.
Exactly.
Dude, I would bring out a balloon and beat them all. That's right.
Wow.
Don't mess with me. I got the lungs of a bird. Wait.
Well, I remember being Chris, at Jesus West Coast 2 in the summer of 1980 when Amy Grant was, I think, maybe a year out of high school and was singing to tracks.
Oh, my. My first song I sang at church was, and a friend's a friend for... Come on, Chris, join me.
There you go. Uh-huh.
If the Lord's the Lord of
Michael W. Smith, right?
And Amy Grant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Friend's a friend forever.
Back when second chapter of Acts and Matthew Ward were rolling around, and
okay, you
guys Green was on the street.
Russ is like, this has gone off the rails.
You guys were off track.
You guys are actually totally dating me because when I got saved, and the original thing, my wife, when I met her, she reached out to me because I loved music. I was into music. She fed me all of that. Second chapter of Acts, Petra. All these guys.
Striper.
We had a Striper song in our wedding. Okay, it was a slow one.
No,
it was a slow one, but it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was.
Was Daniel Amos and Resurrection Band. Those were the days.
Christian
all right. We're off.
not allowed to wear.
Let's go. Let's hear what's
Christian men are not allowed to wear spandex. Just saying. Chris, you didn't you? Chris was up on stage in spandex. All spandex, Chris. All spandex.
Honestly,
baby.
honestly, no one should wear spandex unless you're, doing a triathlon and riding a bike. I don't care if you're a Christian band or if you're Slayer.
Way back with it was the Summer Olympics.
Yes, well done.
The Summer Olympics. Jay Leno was doing the Tonight Show, and he did this little intermission. He did just a short monologue, and it was the night when they were doing the swimming. And of course, all the guys are wearing these Speedos, and Jay Leno was very clear to the audience. He said, "Now, if you're watching these Olympic athletes and they're in the swimming pool with their Speedos, and you're thinking about Speedos, remember, Olympic athletes."
Yeah,
true that.
You don't qualify. You don't qualify.
It's still kind of embarrassing, but let's talk connection this morning, and let's say through music, great connection to people because it really moves people's emotions and all of that. And Chris has taken that into a whole new level in all that he does, because he came out of the music industry and went into all that he's doing currently and is doing some awesome things. Chris, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I worked with Sony Music for 27 years or so. I started but back before digital music was a gleam in Clive Davis's eye, and I was selling records to record stores. And basically, as technology improved, I rode along with it and was involved in a lot of task forces and things with that company as digital products developed. It was always a passion of mine in working with artists and sort of developing what they do. Artists that were on the Sony, RCA, Arista affiliated record labels on their rosters. And so of course, the music business in the early 2000s went this way, right? Because Napster, digital music was going the other way, and the physical music, especially large labels, large Titanic ships could not move quickly enough to do that. So there was a lot of bloodletting in the industry. But because I had really, jumped aboard the digital lifeboat, so to speak, I was able to stay afloat for wow. I'm really using that analogy a lot, so I'll jump off of that boat. But I was able to do that and stay within the music industry for a number of years. But in Atlanta, we had many employees that got laid off. I ended up being the only person in Atlanta for a number of years. Transitioned to the mobile industry for Sony, and then into the streaming industry, working with partners like Spotify, Apple Music, and a lot of other streaming partners to develop artists to be promoted on those platforms. But chose to stay here in Atlanta to be with my family, not to move to New York. It's something that was more important to me to be a father and a husband than to have whatever job or make whatever money was available to me. So I developed the company Cast Ahead to work with podcasters, live streamers, motivational speakers, sales trainers to launch their podcasts, their live streaming platforms, and develop shows for them. And I have a lot of fun doing it, and it really is something that is pretty much the same thing I was doing, working with content creators, allowing them to do what they do, and we make the sausage, and they don't care how it's made.
Well, that's one thing that I love about you, Chris, is, you are family first. You're just an all around awesome guy. You and I hit it up immediately. And I mean, I really mean that. And, I think that when you've really done something, you've developed your passion into what's changed throughout the time that you've been in the industry, which I think is incredible. And I think that is so good. And another person that has done that really well is Coach David Verdue, who is teaching people great things and really talking values. David, tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Hey, thanks a lot, Chris. That was awesome, man. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to get to know you more. I've been a school teacher all my life. I've been in education and coach. They call me coach. I've coached a lot of basketball. I coached football. Got to coach in the NBA with the Denver Nuggets, and that's a really, really cool platform. The reason I enjoy what Chris has talked about is because I have 6 children and 50 foster kids, and you don't go nowhere until you finish that. Now I'm 55 and my youngest is 27.
Wow.
I get to go. So now, since that happened 11 years ago, I was stopped in my track to do more. I didn't want to do more, but I got stopped. Hey, I need you to go into schools all over the world and teach them to stand up and stand out. Huh? What? Huh? What? So we did. In the first year, I reached 150,000 students. And now we're reaching, well, our videos just came out 2 weeks ago because we can't go live. So we go virtual. And so my videos now are in thousands of schools all over the universe that are teaching kids character development. And it's all based off what I believe is the greatest influential book in the world, the Bible. Now, how do you get away with doing character development using the word of God in schools? You become a stealth bomber and you use the words as parables like Jesus taught us. And you explain to them because they're going, whoa, that was amazing. Where did you come up with that? The power of the tongue is like no other power in the world. And when a kid hears that at 7 years old, wait, what? I have power. Yeah, you superpower. You have no idea the flights that your tongue can take and where your tongue can take you. Let me help you. And so when this whole epidemic hit, I was like, cool, I'm retiring. I'm done. I don't need to do this no more. I live in the really nice area in Arkansas where it's super warm, which we have 12 inches of snow. No, what? They're freaking out here, fellas. This doesn't happen. It's still snowing today. It's never happened here in Arkansas. So, of course, everything's closed. Anyways, I said all that to say this. It is such a joy to be alive in this time right now because 2020 was a wake up call to everybody that woke up. Some people are still sleeping. Some people are still trying to figure out. The cool thing is I surrounded myself with amazing people like you guys that say, dude, try this, do this. So 7 weeks ago, I started my first podcast, the Suso podcast. Man, is it horrible. No, Chris, I need you.
You really know how to sell it,
do
David.
what you do, and then you fix it later. That's my mode of operandi. Hey. I'm just gonna get it going. Now listen, everyone's calling me going, dude, your energy is off the hook, and we love your what? It's not even where I want it to be. They're like, you're hysterical. Keep doing them. So I'm doing them. Teachers, administrators, students that are talking about our program where we've been there, and we're having fun, man. We're just having a great time. To see lives change is exactly what Way Beyond Measure is. How many schools do we want to be in? We want to be in all of them, not because of what we are or who we are. It's because what we stand for. Listen, You find somebody else, I'll give it all to them. I don't care. But when Jesus said, you do it, and I said, okay.
Well, David, I love that you're a teacher, and I'll tell you the same thing that I tell all of our teachers. Thank you for protecting our future.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. And you know what? That's important. We need to make sure that the teachers know that too. Right now is the hardest time in their life because, listen, they went from being secretaries, teachers, nurses, moms, dads, social service, aunt, uncle, to now they have to become computer experts. Now they have to figure out how to streamline live, come back, and kids will be coming in, but most of them are online. So you got to teach in front of a camera.
Yeah. It's crazy. And having a wife that's in education, David, I see it from her end all the time, there. And then lately with everything being online, just like you guys are getting all that snow, we got all the ice. I had a little ice storm here. And so everything went out. So there's still thousands and thousands without power. And so how do you have school when everybody's virtual without power? Well, right now you don't, because right now they're all taking a break. So it's been definitely full of changes. But hey, guys, listen, our time is wrapping up, but I want to make sure that people know how to get in touch with you both. So right now, David, since you're on, tell us how people get in touch with you, and then we'll go to Chris.
Wonderful. Hey, guys, contact us at waybeyondmeasure.com. All your social media except for Clubhouse. And
so far.
Well, I'm going to be on Clubhouse in a minute, but all social medias, waybeyondmeasure.com or Way Beyond Measure. And you guys, thank you so much. And again, our videos just came out for K through 5th grade. We started somewhere, and those videos got curriculum that have been educationally based standards, so they are up to par with all schools so that they can actually use them in the classroom. And it's all about character. Raise that right hand, baby. That's pretty good stuff right there.
You are doing awesome things. And again, I really appreciate you. You and I have been blessed to be able to talk a few times. You did my podcast, Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie, as did Chris. And so I've just grown to love your energy, and you are a ton of fun. So thank you for that. And Chris, tell us how people get in touch with you.
Yeah, I first want to just commend David on what he did. Obviously the work you're doing, David, awesome. That's obviously inspirational and wonderful. But what you did with your podcast, and you were confident in your content. You knew what you wanted to accomplish with your podcast, and what you didn't do is let the tech and all of that other stuff get in the way of you doing it. And that is something that is not easy for a lot of people. And it's probably in you. You've been doing it for years, but it took you doing a lot of that and going through those motions and going through those reps and getting to that point where you were just like, I'm going to fire this podcast out there. And you just said, you thought it was terrible, but the best part about doing a podcast is your second one's better than your first one. Your third one's better than your second one. And you kept going, and you're going to keep going, and people are encouraging you, and that's what it's about. So, if you want to find me, I'm at castahead.net. My name is Chris Stone. If you Google either one of those, you can find all my stuff. You can go to dealcasters.live if you want to see the Amazon live show that I do with Jim Fuse. And if you want to connect with me on any of that stuff, just reach out, and if I can help you in any way to have the world hear your story, please let me know.
That's awesome. Fabulous. This time always goes so fast, and I know we'll have to have you guys back. Chris, you do have to grow a beard before that, but I'd love having you guys on here today.
Yeah.
What do you think? Goatee or beard?
I want to see Chris.
Fire up the chat. Goatee or beard? Hashtag goatee or hashtag beard?
Listen.
There we go.
Chris, all you have to do is respond with look at how sexy my hair is. Because none of us have it. Look at Scott. With Scott.
Speak for yourself. Those guys have some hair there, Dave. I don't know.
Well, I come on. Okay. I apologize about that, and please forgive me. I am a character development company. Sorry.
And we need more characters.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Thanks so much for having us on, Scott and Russ. This is it's been fantastic. You guys are awesome.
Right,
you guys are doing great work.
Fuse is saying goatee, so there you go. The people have spoken.
Yes. And you guys, so next time, Chris, we expect the beard down to here and the cool hair. And I want to tell you both. I have another live show, Russ Reels, that I do kind of sporadically. And I'm going to throw out an invite to both of you guys to hop on that as well, because it's just a ton of fun, something short like this. But listen, thank you so much. We have appreciated you. And I think we had one more person check in. Okay, Jim says #goatee. There we go.
That's because he has a goatee.
There you go.
You're disqualified,
Yes, he
Jim.
does,
Sorry.
yeah.
That's right.
Go
Bias.
All right, guys, listen, you guys hang tight. I'm going to send you to the green room and we'll see you. Thanks so much. We really do appreciate both of you. All right, Scott. Wow. Another one in the books. Man, this is fun. Even remotely with bad lighting, like I have, it's still good.
Well, I feel for you, Russ, being out of power, and I know a lot of the neighbors around you and stuff have also been having to put up with stuff. And there you are in the laundry room. I see you got your ironing board right behind you, ready to do some work.
Yeah, whatever it is, obviously I'm not super concerned about my background, but hey, listen, we're super excited about our Clubhouse after party coming up at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jump on Clubhouse, say hi. Even if you miss this and you're watching on a replay between now and the time we start it, just jump on and say hi. Also, just wanted to remind everybody who's been scrolling across the bottom again, like Scott said, we have the Global Tea Break this coming Friday, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. GMT, right, Scott?
That's the word. That's the time. Yeah. 90 minutes of networking with some of the most wonderful, remarkable people you can imagine. This is the 1 year anniversary. We started basically a month before the world changed and we went into that whole lockdown. And great friendships, business partnerships have come out of this time with Alan Hennessy.
Yeah, definitely. And somehow they let me in. So it's been just a blessing for that. So,
well, you've been there from the beginning or near the beginning anyway.
I was. Yeah, that's right. Thanks to you. You put in a good word for me. So, hey, everybody, thank you so much. We're going to let you go. And we want you to have an awesome, awesome day. Live your life with purpose. Live your life moving forward, no matter what you're doing, just like they were talking about podcasts. Just get out there and take action and do things. You can make incredible things happen. Have an awesome day. And until we see you again, have a great day and a great life. We'll talk to you later.
Enjoy the experience and fight the good fight.